Transfer window closes on Friday, Alex. You just mentioned João Cancelo. What ins and outs are we expecting to see at Barcelona?
Well, listen, we heard from the president, Joan Laporta, before this game, and he said something very interesting. He said we're going to bring in at least one player. We will make at least one signing. Now, the one we know is João Cancelo. That deal is done. It's ready to be finalised once they played around a bit with the finances and made sure they've got room in terms of La Liga's spending limits there. But he said at least one. So who else is it going to be? And does that depend on outgoing? Does that depend on maybe Ansu Fati, maybe Abde going out? Is the one that he's thinking about João Félix, because we know Laporta loves João Félix, who's available from Atletico Madrid, maybe on a loan deal, and maybe they can make the finances work. So interesting from Laporta because, as I say, we know that Cancelo is coming in, but that phrase, at least one, makes you think there might be a little bit more business from Barca before the window closes.
If you were a little right-hand man to Joan Laporta and you got a chance to advise him on who might need to come in to fix things before that window closes, who would you be telling him?
I am yelling and screaming and pleading and putting together a PowerPoint presentation, whatever else I need to do to tell Joan Laporta, João Félix, really? Really? This is the solution? This is what we want? We want a headache? We want a malcontent? We want a player who has been inconsistent? We have plenty of these guys that can play underneath position. We have plenty of these guys that can be creative in the attack. We're struggling to put Ansu Fati on the field. You're saying, João Félix, come on and resolve the problem? Joan Laporta, please, please, run away from João Félix. Don't fall into the trap that many have fallen before you. There's a reason as to why this guy has had difficulties having consistent playing time. I know that Xavi, and it's not like I'm talking to Xavi. It's not like we're best buddies. But I know that Xavi, if he were to be honest, he would have similar feelings that I have. I do not need this in my locker room.
Do you agree with Ale, Alex?
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, there's been talk all summer that Barcelona have been keen on bringing in an attacking midfielder. And it's a strange one because you look at the midfield, it's pretty stacked. I mean, yes, Pedri is injured right now, but you've got Gavi. They've brought in Gundogan already. You've got Gavi and Frenkie de Jong who can play a bit deep. But there's been this talk right the way through the summer from people close to Barcelona that they quite fancy an attacking midfielder. No, we haven't had a specific name identified, and there hasn't been really any clear hints as to who it might be. But that's interesting. In terms of João Félix, look, he's never done it consistently. Maybe in the right environment, maybe with a coach who believes in him, maybe at a club that he wants to be at, it would be different. But that's a lot of maybes.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.